it's here. It's not what I would call a shock drop. I think we need to stop calling it that. We'll discuss that today. Definitely should just be called a pre-release to the official release. But did I secure my pair? I did, and this is one of the few pairs I wanted to end the year. So I'm certainly happy about that, and we know I've pulled back on quite a bit of spending this year. We'll talk about that as well, because we just need to have a talk real quick. Like, I'm happy to have these, but I think we should have a talk, right? Like, let's have a talk. All right, so I'm gonna sit you guys down right there. All right, let's have a talk real quick. The Air Jordan 12 Cherry. A lot of you were anticipating this. You were excited, you were happy, and we understand, right? Like, there's still gonna be some apprehension. Will they give us what we really want? No, they're never going to make all of you happy, and we've talked about this as well. They're never gonna make all of you happy. They're not. For myself, I've never actually owned the Cherry 12, so this was my chance, this was my opportunity, and you know what? Very happy. Now, I don't own a ton of 12s, right? I have the women's, the Reptile 12, which is amazing. Like, they killed it. They did an amazing job on that women's 12. I own this, which was an eBay pickup, because eBay is still bae. I'm not on there a whole lot, but eBay is certainly still bae. So, we have we have a French blue pair, and I'm sure a lot of you might, want this pair to drop again, but I have this pair. So having the Cherry 12, it's like a really good balance, right? I got red, I got blue, I'm good. We're not discussing the whole red blue pills, whatever. This isn't the Matrix. I will have the pair that I want. But let's just discuss the dynamics right now of the 12 dropping, because it's a shock drop. Shocking to who? Who exactly is it shocking to? Like, with all of the notifications that come on your phone, who is it shocking to? When we all have a head start. Do you remember head starts? Are those even still a thing for Flex and Foot Locker? I have no idea. I don't even go into that store anymore, really. But who is this shocking? And I even heard someone say, they said on Twitter that, oh, it's a shock to your wallet because the drop happens. It's not a shock to your wallet if you plan for the release. Like, no matter what, you know that this shoe is dropping later on in October, right? Okay, we understand this. Later in October, that's the official drop. So then in your October budget, there certainly should have been this shoe worked in. If you're men's sizing, $210. Good Lord. For myself, it was $160 plus, tax, and I'm just thinking back, like, retros for kids were $140. Like, I have no shame in having a smaller foot. I can wear grade school sizes, and there's some pros and cons to that. But I'm still happy to just have grade school sizing, because it also means that I don't have to pay as much if I don't want to pay as much. There are times where I wanted to pay that top dollar, the Air Jordan 1 Lost and Found. I wanted to pay that to have the higher cut if possible. Would I also take the GS cut? I would. That's a shoe that I would be willing to double up on, but I don't know how smart it is for me to even double up, because, like, I don't beat my shoes up. Like, I work from home. I'm not beating anything into the ground outside of, like, my Invincible Run 3s in the gym. So I have no idea even why I have certain double ups. I need to figure out what I'm doing with those. I'm doing the work to detach from these sweatshirts that some of them are just, they're still amazing. Like, I really like them. And in my mind, I'm like, oh, would you still wear them? I have no idea. I don't know. I need to figure out what I'm doing with them, because they're like brand new. Like, one of them I just took the tags off and I still haven't worn, which touches on consumerism, and it is something that a lot of us get caught up in. So even though, yes, let me be very clear, I am happy to have this pair, I've realized that a shift has occurred for me, okay? The indifference on W's or L's, it's at an all-time high. It's not that I don't care about the shoe, but me not having one additional material thing is not taking anything away from life. And one of my subscribers, bless his heart, because when I say that, light years ahead of where I was when I was in my early 20s. So the fact that he has this perspective, and some of that comes from watching my videos, my goodness, I feel like what I do, or at least what I say on here, it makes sense. Just start to think about, like, if you're chasing and chasing and chasing, and you're chasing everything, and there's never a break of you chasing, right? Like, it is every week, it is relentless, you're chasing, and not to say that I haven't done that on this channel, you've seen that, but you're chasing. How is that going towards, like, that overall fulfillment, right? Because you get one thing in, and you've totally forgotten about it because you're anxiously awaiting something else to drop. Not even something else to arrive, just something to drop, just the opportunity for you to give it. Like, that takes a toll on us mentally, or at least it should. I think that just leads to it being more difficult in the future if we ever want to pare our collections down or start to get rid of things. I think that plays a factor as well. And we just have to be more self-aware of like the emotions that come up. Understand, the shock drop is meant to also just stir up these emotions within you, okay? The brand is not dumb. Like, Nike and Jordan, I understand you think they do apparel and shoes. They are the #1 marketing company in the world. In the whole world. The product is just extra. It's just the medium by which they connect with you, but they will get you to feel as if you need whatever it is that they have. And I think understanding that is also why I get a little frustrated with individuals that are on here, or they can be on any other social, and everything becomes a must-have. So everything is now creating this need, this need, this need. We don't need anything. Let's be real. We don't need anything. I truly have everything that I can need, whether it is shoes, whether it's clothes, whether it's accessories, whether it's jewelry, everything. Like, I truly have everything I need. I wouldn't need to go and buy anything else, so I would be lying to myself if I said that. I'm trying to even stop having that phrasing for myself, like, oh, I need that, because I'm going to inherently think that, like, I can't go without it, and I can. I can go without it. We can go without things. So if it is something that you want, great. But I would just say be conscientious of like how much that thing is like overtaking you, like just feeling this need to have it. It's great to have the 12. I can't wait to get the 12 in. Now let me put a disclaimer out here. We remember the last time I had a Jordan 12 arrive? It was back out the door to UPS before it even sat here for an hour. So if the 12 is not living up, if it is damaged, if it is anything that I am not okay with, then yes, it will go back. And I'm not chasing another pair down, just like I didn't chase another pair down for that 12. It'll just be gone. So I'm not settling, I'm past the settling. Let's just be real. I'm past the settling, but I am excited to get that in. You will have another opportunity. This is not the official drop. It will drop later on this month. And I wish you all the best if you're going for it. But again, if you take an L on this, it is not the end of the world. We have seen so many pairs also sit at reasonable levels for resale, which I love and appreciate for people that maybe do want to go and reach back. Maybe paying that extra $40 or $50 you're okay with. But you know what I'll say? Still plan for that. At no point should a shoe ever jeopardize real needs that you have in life right now. I don't care if it's you paying down a car, you trying to pay your home off early, you trying to pay these student loans down, you getting out of credit card debt. I don't care what it is, your responsibilities, what you're accountable for. A shoe should never come before that. I will always say that. So hopefully you secured a pair on the shock drop if you wanted them. If it was something that you planned for, you wanted, awesome. If you have to wait until later on in the month, I'm wishing you the best of luck. And if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. And I promise you're okay. Do you know how many L's that I've taken? I've gotten up here and said it is what it is. Because I understand that Travis Scott drop didn't go that well. It went terrible. The Travis Scott drop, from what I've understood, went terrible. No one's shocked. Oh, I'm not shocked, but yeah. So I appreciate you tuning in. If you did not get a chance to check out why I'm also over people saying, oh, you guys didn't want these, yeah, check that video out. Please go ahead and check that out. Also, the Air Jordan 1 women's satin pair, the bread pair, I'm pretty sure that exposed some people. You can take a look at that vid. Really appreciate you. As always, act your age, not your shoe size. Peace.